Okay, today is a busy, busy day. The first thing I have to do is take the Mana down to Paggio Costa Mesa and swap it out with a Mana GT. This is the my Mana, Aprilia Mana 850. This is Manny the third, and I love him very much. He went to San Francisco with me, performed like an 3 times now to San Francisco and back, performed like an absolute trooper. I've ridden him in wind, in rain. His rain mode was extraordinary in San Francisco, and even now I am going to pop him open. One of the most unique features. I'll put my bag in there. Going to put the absolutely fabulous, yet to find a flaw with, iPad. Yes, the iPad will fit just nicely, as you can see. Close this up. Got my iPod. Over here, of course, I have all the safety gear. It's summer out, it's warmer, not as cold. And so instead of leathers now, Alpine Stars has this wonderful, there's the Alpine Stars logo, this wonderful City Collection, and it's called the City Collection. This is one of their City Collection jackets. It's so light. I can't even tell you how lightweight, and yet it cuts the wind. It's reinforced. There's armor there and in the shoulders, and yet uber lightweight. It's got a pocket right there for my iPod. I took the liner. It's great. Great jacket. City Collection. City Collection from Alpine Stars. I'm wearing their pants as well. You can see. These have armor and reinforcement. And I'm wearing Alpine Stars ankle boots, as you can see. Proper gear, because I'm riding down to Costa Mesa. I might be on the freeway. Also, full face helmet by my friends. My good friends Shuey, however you want to pronounce it. And that, right there, that little cord, is for a wonderful thing called the Chatterbox, which I don't have on right now because there's no one to talk to. Like, I'm going by myself. But Chatterbox is a Bluetooth communication device which changes your long trips. Okay, I'm down here at Paggio Costa Mesa, their corporate tech center, where I'm going to be leaving off my Mana. Well, it's not mine, but the Mana, Manny Jr., as I lovingly refer to him as. And I'm going to be picking up Justin. This is Justin. Now, Justin is different from Manny in many ways. Justin is a GT, which means he's got some fairings. He's got a windshield and this here, and then little wind protectors here. As y'all know, I ride up and back to San Francisco a lot. On my last trip, when the winds were a-blowing, this would have made a huge difference, mainly on my fatigue level and, just going full speed, because this is going to funnel the air over me as opposed to this, where it just hits you, square on in the face. So certainly for traveling longer distances and on the freeways, this is going to make a lot of difference. Some people don't like fairings, some people do. I think they have a nice balance here on the Mana. It's not overly done, and yet it still looks pretty naked, because I like naked. It has an ABS system, an anti-lock brake system. This bike does not. This one does not. As a lot of you know, I high-sided once, and it's quite possible that the anti-lock brake system would have prevented me from doing that. So had I been on this bike, I probably would not have high-sided, because it was user error. I'm perfectly fine with that, and I hit the brakes too hard, too fast, went over the handlebars. This won't let you do that. If you do it, it'll actually do its thing and stop you from flying over the handlebars, or at least try to idiot-proof it as much as it can. They've also changed the dashboard. They've put it up here. It actually has a dashboard. They've kept the space, of course, and the signature space here, which, as you see over there, the iPad will fit in, and everything. We'll be transferring the iPad over to here. They've moved this up to here, and they've kept all 3 transmission modes as well as the manual. No clutch still. But it is certainly an upgraded older brother to the Aprilia Mana, which is just Mana. This is the Mana GT. And I'm looking forward to him. And he's black and sleek, and he matches my fabulous jacket, and that's all that counts. So I'm going to hop on him. And right now, I rode down on the freeway on purpose because of the wind. I wanted to see what the comparison. So when I get home, I'll check in with the tape and tell you how it compared. It was pretty blustery on the way down here, and I, had to keep myself up. We'll see if this changes that on the route home. And I won't tell them that I was going about 95 to test the wind, of course. Anything that I missed, guys, by the way? My guy's Josh down here at Aprilia that I always come down and say hi to. Did I miss any of the high points of the GT? I pretty much got it all, don't you think?
Well, the GT comes with a new adjustable shock that's easy to adjust.
Oh, wait, well, here, you better tell us all about this. Now, what?
I'm Alex with Piaggio USA, and the new GT comes with a really awesome shock that allows you to easily adjust rider preload.
Oh, for my ass.
For your ass.
Just if it expands and contracts.
Exactly. So this will help you out if you're carrying extra luggage.
Ah, yeah.
Carrying up second passenger.
Yes.
It's going to keep you on the ground.
Absolutely. Okay, that's a great feature too. See, I didn't even know about that. There is a parking brake right there, which is really handy. Because remember, there's no clutch here, so you always want to be sure to put the parking brake on. As I tell everyone, this is the commuter bike. If you don't, I've ridden them all, BMWs, all of them. This is the commuter bike. If you commute, you go to and from work, you dart on the freeways, or all the way up to San Francisco, which is where I commute to work, this is the bike to do it on. Okay, I probably have helmet hair because I have just ridden the Aprilia Mana 850 GT home, and I have to tell you, the fairings make a huge difference on the freeway. The amount of wind that makes it through to you, the amount of energy you have to exert to stay upright and the like, is cut down significantly just by this small windshield and these small fairings. This bike is very much like the Cadillac, the town cars of the Manas. It feels, I don't know how to explain this except that it feels tighter, it feels powerful. There's lots of power with this 850. I know that's, there are other bikes that are 1,000, 1,100. This 850 has power to spare. There's no fuel sloshing. I hate fuel sloshing on motorcycles because the gas tank isn't here, it's under the seat back here. Here, it feels tighter. It looks, look at that. It looks incredible. So it's got the looks of a street bike. It certainly has got the looks of any naked street bike out there. It almost looks like a racing bike, and yet it's a commuter bike. And is it ever? The space, the mileage, anywhere from 35 to 55 miles per gallon on this bike. The power, the looks, the ease of use, it is really just twist and go. There's the throttle right there. There's no shifting. You can if you want, remember. If you really want to shift, you can. When you turn it on, the dashboard comes to life. It lets you know your kickstand is down. It also will let you know that you're in the touring mode. Sounds great. See, touring. Now you can change that right here where it says gear mode. You can go from touring to sport, which is geared higher, rain, and when you do the rain, you hear it really gear down. And then there's the fully manual mode that you can enter into as well, and you would shift with that pedal right there. Again, no clutch. Over here, you check your fluids. Very easy to do. Everything right there in front of you. The only weird thing that people say is this here. Sort of goes to nowhere. That's to vent out your fumes. It looks a little odd, but, So all in all, I thought the Mana, I really thought the Mana was like you couldn't do any better. I thought, oh, that's my little dog Angel. She wants to see Dad's toy. I thought the Mana was the commuter bike. And I was right, except now I really am in love with this Mana GT. I had one for a few weeks before and didn't really fall in love with it, but now I do. The ABS brakes, extra safety, gotta love extra safety. The looks, the styling, the ease of use. I really don't like to shift any longer. I just don't. I'm sorry, I don't. It's not that important to me. Remember, always gear up. I'm going to keep riding. We have to go to the Long Beach Grand Prix Media Luncheon. It's in an hour. So I'm going to get right back on this bike. I'm going to keep wearing my Alpine Star City collection. Doesn't this look good? It looks good. I know it looks good. And I'm going to be safe. However, I'm going to drive this Mana and give it a good test and keep reporting back here to let you know how it's working.